Today we're going to talk about homeostasis, and the goal of this video is to define homeostasis and explain why homeostasis is important for an organism. So first, what is homeostasis? Homeostasis is the ability to maintain a consistent internal environment despite changes in the external environment. Examples of homeostasis would be your body temperature. When you go to the doctor and they check your temperature, you're supposed to be pretty close to 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. That's supposed to be the consistent internal environment with respect to your body temperature. Okay, blood pressure. This is another one. It's supposed to be 120/80, or pretty close to that. That's another consistent internal environment. Also, your heart rate, somewhere between 68 to 75 beats per minute, is supposed to be a consistent internal environment. Okay, so all of these are examples of homeostasis. Now, why is homeostasis important? An organism needs to have a consistent internal environment to carry out essential life processes. And changes outside of normal levels for too long can stop your body systems from working properly, and this results in illness or death. Now, how is homeostasis maintained? Well, homeostasis is maintained through what we call a feedback loop. A feedback loop. There are three parts of a feedback loop. There's a sensor or receptor, a control center, and an effector. Those are the three parts: a sensor, a control center, and an effector. And the job of the sensor is to detect change. And once the change is detected, a message is sent to the control center. So that's the sensor's job: detect a change, and send the message to the control center. The control center receives that message and then sends a message to the effector. And then the effector responds to the message from the control center. Now, that may sound really abstract, but this illustration may help, the one that I have on the screen. So within your home, or most homes, you have some type of heating and cooling system. So in this case, there is a sensor, which would be the thermometer here. So this senses what the temperature is in the home. And that sensor can send a message to the control center, which in this case is your thermostat there on the bottom where it says 72 degrees in green. And that control center receives that message, and whether the temperature is higher or lower than what it's supposed to be set to, once it receives that message, it sends a message saying what needs to be done to get the temperature back to where it's set point, where it's supposed to be. So your thermostat sends a signal to your heating or cooling system, and if it's too cold in your home, that thermostat tells the heater to kick on and warm the place up. If it's too hot in your home, then that thermostat sends a message to the AC telling it to kick on and cool the place down. So this is just an illustration of a type of feedback loop that has each of these three components: a sensor, a control center, and an effector.